Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syarif Maefa binti Muhammad Saman. My number is 2018401304. And my class is BA2505B.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Faziha binti Muhammad Isnin. My matric number is 2019564529. I'm from BA 2505B.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Lena Miti Azmi with student ID 2018223412 from BA 2505B.
What is ozone depletion? Ozone depletion is wearing out or reduction of the amount ozone in the stratosphere. And light pollution, we have many of the types and causes. And then ozone depletion has been pinned down to the one measure of human activity. Gradual thinning of the Earth's ozone layer in the upper of the atmosphere is caused because of release chemical compound is containing causes of chlorine and bromine is from industry and other human activity. It happens when chlorine and bromine atom in the atmosphere is come in contact with ozone and destroy the ozone molecule. One of the chlorine can destroy 100,000 of the molecule of the ozone. It's destroyed is quickly than it's created. Some of compound release of chlorine and bromine on the exposure to hide the ultraviolet light, which then can distribute of ozone depletion, such as ODS. It is ozone depleting of substances. We proceed to ozone hole. Since 1917, ozone hole has been increasing in the size over the Antarctic. The size of ozone hole is different the both of temperature and level ozone depleting chemical in the atmosphere.
I'm going to present on the source or type to ozone depletion. I point out three reasons why ozone depletion happen that are by natural cause, man-made activity, and also the ODS. That mean ozone depletion system. First, let's go through the ozone depletion that by natural cause. Natural phenomena such as sunspot and stratospheric wind affect the ozone layer but they do not cause a great damage or ozone depletion of the ozone more than 1 to 2%. It believed that volcanic eruption is the cause from nature to contribute toward ozone depletion. Volcanic eruption can actually impact the ozone layer if they're strong enough because they contain gases such as sulfur dioxide and volcanic particles so high that these particles manage to reach the stratosphere. Example of volcanic eruption is El Chichon, which erupted in 1982. Chemical reaction with active chloride make it dangerous to ozone. Run much faster when they can occur on some kind of surface. More research by Wilcox found that more ozone was developed in the aftermath of volcanic eruption, indicate that volcanic eruption may have slowed the rate of ozone recovery since the Montreal Protocol was adopted. Second is the man-made activity that create ozone depletion. Certain industrial process and consumer products result in emission of pollution-charged gas to the atmosphere. This gas bring chlorine and bromine to the stratosphere, which cause depletion of the ozone layer. For example, chlorofluorocarbon, once used in almost all refrigeration and air conditioning systems, eventually reach the stratosphere where they're broken apart to release ozone depletion chlorine atoms. Other examples of human-produced ozone depletion gas are halon, which are used in fire extinguisher and contain ozone depletion bromine atom. This production and consumption of all principal halogen source gas by human activity are regulated worldwide under Montreal Protocol. Common examples are the use of chlorine gas to disinfect swimming pool and wastewater, fossil fuel burning, and various industrial processes. This activity do not contribute significantly to stratospheric amount of chlorine and bromine because either the global source is small or the emitted gas has short life that is very reactive and highly soluble and therefore are removed from the atmosphere before they reach the stratosphere. The last point is the ozone depletion substance. Ozone depleting substances are man-made gas that damage the ozone once they reach the ozone layer. Damage the ozone will prevent the atmosphere to reduce the UV radiation reach to Earth. UV radiation can have a detrimental effect on both human and the environment. Ozone depleting substance consists of chemicals such as chlorofluorocarbon, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, hydrobromofluorocarbon, halon, methyl bromide, carbon tetrachloride, and methyl chloroform. We can see that the use of ODS as ozone depleting substance decreased because the chemical is controlled by Montreal Protocol. But some of the ozone depleting substances with a high ozone depleting potential are still used in quarantine and safety applications, as no suitable alternative exists. The example like methyl bromide is extremely effective as a quarantine fumigate. The immediate fire suppression qualified of halon are needed in confined space such as aeroplane and in submarine.
Next is effect of ozone depletion. Number one, effect on human. The human will be directly exposed to harmful radiation of the sun because of depletion ozone layer. It also gives a big effect to the serious problem of heart, such as skin, sunburn, cancer, and so on. Number two is an effect on environment. Strong ultraviolet ray may lead to minimal growth, flowering, and photosynthesis in plant. The forest also will be affected because of the ultraviolet rays. Number three is effect on marine life. The plankton are greatly affected by the exposure to harmful ultraviolet rays. These are the higher in the aquatic food chain. If the plankton are destroyed, the organism present in the lower food chain also affected. Number four is effect on animals. Direct exposure to ultraviolet radiation lead to skin and eye cancer in animals.
Now we go to the next point, that is how to improve or control of the ozone depletion that can make by minimize the use of car, avoid the consumption of gas dangerous to the ozone layer and also from pollution charge. Okay, the first point is minimize the use of car to control the ozone depletion. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, more than half of the air pollution in the nation is caused by the mobile source, primarily from the automobile. Simple steps like avoiding stop and go traffic and reducing vehicle workload decrease smoke post-production emissions that also affect the ozone. People should limit the use of automobile by carpooling and using more of public transport. Always keep the car well tuned and avoid job rapid start and excessive idling. Avoid use of oil-based paint and solvent and fuel motor vehicle and mount low during the late afternoon or evening hour only. The second way is by avoid the consumption of the gas dangerous to the ozone layer. This is due to the content or manufacturing process. Some of the most dangerous gas are CFC, that is chlorofluorocarbon, photogenic hydrocarbon, methyl bromide, and nitrous oxide. We should reduce the use in spray aerosol, refrigerator, air conditioner that contain the CFC. Natural methods should be employed to get rid of pests and weed instead using chemical. One can use eco-friendly chemical to remove the pests or remove the weed manually. Most of the cleaning products have chlorine, bromide release chemicals that find a way into the atmosphere and affect the ozone layer. This should be substituted with natural products that protect the environment. Okay, now we go to the pollution charge. I will take the product, product type that using Beethoven tax as the solution. So we take the product charge that is a fee added to the price of pollution generation product, which generate negative externality. Impose product charge as per unit tax on product. Example as carbon tax. About 40 countries impose carbon tax on companies that burn coal, oil, or gas, which produce greenhouse gas emission. This emission cause climate change that can bring about more to the natural disaster, rise sea level, and also increase the drought. Using Beethoven tax, we assume that MPB equal to MSB, but that wasn't include the externality. When there is externality, the graph should be MSC equal to MSB. We know the Beethoven tax is efficient when the quantity is lower by using the tax. When there is no externality, the equilibrium is at QC, but the actual equilibrium is at QE, where the externality exists. That is the ozone depletion. The tax charge as much as A to B. The pollution created by the firm will decrease and reduce the ozone depletion effect.
So I'm going to continue on Sustainable Development Goals, which is SDG. There are three SDG about ozone depletion. The first one is end hunger, achieve food security, and also improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Ozone depletion can reduce the productivity of agricultural lands and plankton in the ocean. It also can reduce the basis of marine food chains. This goal has important implications for food security. Phasing out ODS that often are also powerful greenhouse gases can protect the productivity of agricultural lands and oceans. Furthermore, supporting the refrigeration sector, which is a key in extending the shelf life of food products and permitting their long-range transport, promotes sustainable food production system. Finally, the introduction of environmentally friendly alternative to methyl bromide, NODs, and hazardous pesticide also contribute to food security. The second goals of ozone depletion is to ensure healthy life and promote well-being for all at all ages. Ozone depletion allows UV radiation to reach the Earth's surface, so it contributes to one of the factor of skin cancer. Increases in UV radiation also cause other health concerns, including eye damage such as cataract. It also can cause suppression of immune system and premature skin aging. The second goal is to protect. Protocol contribution to reduce the number of deaths and illness come from the thinning of ozone layer. It also supports the refrigeration sector, which allow for cold chain management for medicine and vaccine. In its effort to transfer to low ODP or GWP technologies, facing CFCs for metered dose inhaler or called as MDIs also ensure continued availability of COPD medication for asthma patients. The third goal, which is the last one, is to ensure access to affordable, sustainable, reliable and modern energy for all. To phase out ODS, energy efficiency in industry often increase as older technology and process are replaced by clean energy or higher energy efficiency process. So, these goals are meant to support improve energy efficiency in building by promoting investment in new building and cooling system, household refrigerator replacement program, or installation of thermal insulation foams. Those programs have a positive impact on ozone layer and also climate change, and also those programs reduce cost for energy consumer. It also freeing up funds for other primary needs. So, with all of that being said, in conclusion, ozone depletion is the reduction of amount of ozone in the stratosphere. It happens when the chlorine and bromine atoms in the atmosphere come in contact with the ozone and destroy the ozone molecules. So, this ozone depletion can be caused by nature, man-made, or also ODS. It can affect human health, marine life, animals, and also environment. There are a few ways to control ozone depletion, which include reducing the uses of vehicles, avoid the consumption of gases that dangerous to the ozone layer, and the last one is using market approach, which is use pollution charge. Finally, SDG on substance that deplete the ozone layer has been addressed as the world's most successful environmental convention. That's all for our presentation about ozone depletion. Thank you for your time.